The Hoogie.
So when they got it back down to 6, was there any, not panic, but a little bit worry about where that was going?
They're a good team, and the way they play, they force you to either foul them or give them layups. They got big bodies and they got really good sets. And we kind of went cold. We settled a lot, and I'm pretty sure that's something we can take from this game is not to settle once the lead is whatever it is. So I got to do a better job of controlling the tempo and making sure we get high quality shots every single time down the court. But you don't want to knock them for how good they are and how they can score points in bunches.
Was it a different emotional experience for you knowing this is your last game in Crisler?
I still haven't really thought about it, and probably won't hit me until maybe my last practice before we go off, for the tournament. And like I said on the screen, I just thank the guys that supported me and the loyal fans that we have, and I'm just grateful for the opportunity I was given here, and I just want to make the most of it.
At 3, end of the shot clock, picked up your dribble, tapped in. I guess we just talk about it.
Well, I silently thank God because there was no reason I should have made the shot. It's probably one of the worst possessions we had all game. You just kind of dribble the ball around for 6 seconds, but just one of those times. We just had a lot going against us this season. I think it was one of those moments where it's kind of like, okay, we finally got a good bounce of the ball.
Do you feel like this is the win that finally really cements you guys in the tournament?
I'm gonna get a cliche line. I'm gonna let the committee do that, and I'm gonna focus on making sure our team is locked in going forward. Of course, we're gonna enjoy this win, but the aspiration that we wrote down at the beginning of the season still at hand. So when it's time to cross that bridge, we'll do so. But in the meantime, we're just gonna focus on it.
Where are you in the pick and roll or the pick and pop with Mo as far as seeing things, a step ahead of the defense, it seems, especially in that first half?
That's just, that's just my guy, man. I got an absurd amount of respect for him, and we go through it so much in pregame. That's just our little thing. It's just he knows where I'm at. I know where he's at, and with a defense like that, I felt like it was my priority to make sure he got the ball in space. So. Whenever I had 2 guys on me, I made sure I found him. And, he does what he does, but he makes plays for us.
What's changed in this team since the Ohio State loss? It seems. Obviously, you guys played tough up at Minnesota. You guys have been playing on a different level, especially at home.
Just learning from mistakes, man. For the most part, just the effort is never dwindled. It's just we go back and watch film on stuff that we can't control. So I think that's all the difference. Just attention to detail and. Just supreme confidence. It's a moxie about this team that just got a strut that we belong in. That we're a really good team.
When you guys are shooting like you are today, do you guys feel like you can play with any team in the country?
Outside of our shooting, I think we can play with any team in the country just based on our skill level from 1 through 5. So, when we make shots like that, it's hard to, contain us. But going forward, we don't want to bank on it. Even though it's a large portion of what we do, it's just we just want to continuously find ways within the game to win the entire game.
Derrick, it was a couple of weeks ago, maybe about a week ago, John was talking about not necessarily the challenges at the end of the season, but more or less the opportunities. Did you guys, was there kind of a switch with you guys when you were looking at games, okay, to where it is? We're not going to look at this as a challenge. This really is an opportunity. Was that something that you guys really kind of just followed?
Yeah, absolutely. We're just grateful to be in such a unique conference where there's so many great teams, and each and every game is a resume builder. And we got Wisconsin in here last week, and then we got a 14-ranked team, Purdue. It just speaks to how good our conference is, and each opportunity presents itself. We want to make the most out of it. So to answer your question, yes. The opportunities that was given in front of us, we took that to heart, just knowing that you don't get that many back.
And when? Oh, go ahead.
I was just going to say, it seems like ever since Ohio State beat you guys have kicked it into another gear. Did you kind of realize it's now or never?
No, it's just being through the rigors of it all, just knowing that around February, it's not as much coaching that can be done. It's more about the players and myself and Zak and our other leaders of this team just realize how important it is for to have player-led leadership opposed to just coaches being honest, and that makes all the difference in teams. And right now you're just seeing the team that's just so connected with some leaders and some leaders that aren't pretty much advertised. They're just making all this thing work. I think he did he choke up? I think he choked up on the mic. I think he did. I looked at him.
I didn't.
I think he choked up on the mic, but he told me before the game was gonna cry. He was so locked in, and we both were just ready to play, man. All the theatrics before the game got me kind of tight. I was just like, I appreciate it all, but we got a game.
Derrick, you mentioned when you were asking, okay, the committee will decide if you guys are worthy. But if you look at just the body of work, especially since not even the maybe Ohio State game, but the Indiana game too, and then you mentioned last week, beating Wisconsin, you guys get the road win at Rutgers, and then today, has this past week kind of defined you guys maybe?
Yes, of course. And, what I was, saying, we hear the chatter about us not being able to get a road win. Is, after a while, you want to shut those critics up. Like I said with the rival game, it's just you want to just buckle down and let guys see who you really are. This past week, I think we showed who we really are. It's a really tough, connected group, and was willing to play defense to win. And when we do play defense, we're really hard to contain. So I think this week speaks the volumes, and hopefully the committee sees that.
You had to cut it down to 6. You had the ball, shot clock, obviously not the maybe most set-up shot you ever had in your life, but did you feel that one was going in as soon as you left your hands?
I was actually about to chase it because it wasn't a good shot. I never shot that shot before. It's not like one of those shots you can practice. But I just thank the guys. They trust me. They called me over to get the ball. Shot clock's wound down. I just feel like with so much confidence they put into me and it's still in me. It's only right. I got the easy job. Just make the play.
Does that just cap off the senior day? You kind of said you were tight when you had, but now can you start thinking about kind of all the good memories you've had here?
Yeah, absolutely. God was definitely looking out for me on that shot, and I'm just thankful. Like I said, I'm thankful for these 4 years, and myself and Zach has got so many memories to talk about going forward, and it just makes things like this much more sweet. You only get 4 years to do this, and I just relish in the moment when it's time to look back and just be forever grateful.
You gonna cry?
No, absolutely. Absolutely.
Some people feel like this punched your ticket. How do you kind of keep going and make sure that you keep that chip on your shoulder when you got a couple games still to play?
Well, of course, I think we showed how great we could be in New York, and I think we kind of smothered ourselves, to be completely honest, and we just didn't have that same type of hunger. So we already experienced something like this when we had some success. It's all about pretty much handling it, and want to withstand it and show this who we are. It's not one of those things like it just happens. We want to show who we really are by consistently bringing the same effort.
You feel like you're a different team than a month ago, or just a different focus?
Different team. I think it's the exact same guys, if I'm not wrong, but I think it's just a different type of mentality. It's just get it done, by any means necessary. And I think we got the formula to how to win, and there's no reason to stray away from it at this point.
Take me back to after Illinois, after that Wisconsin game. It was the players only meeting around that time. The guys kind of pointed to you as the guy that kind of rallied the troops. Take me back to that moment.
Just a guy that just been through the rigors and seen how guys have led, and when you see stuff starting to steer off ship, you just want to make sure you put your hands on it and try to guide it back. So after the Illinois game, I just felt like it was vital for us, to come together and talk as a unit, talk about what we really want to do as a team, and we all had the same common goal. So since then, I think we reestablished what we stand on as a team. And that's all I can attest to. I just forever grateful that these guys are buying into what we're preaching and what it takes to win.
How did it go? Was it you addressing the team, or was it guys going at one another? How did it go?
Just like one of those things where you want to open the meeting up by just saying, I open the meeting up by just saying, I don't think I want to say I'm not giving my all, but I know I can give more. Just addressing myself first as a leader, and just letting guys have the floor to say what they think, and pretty much just have it all out there and just be completely honest with each other as teammates. And I think that's what's been the difference making this season.
Mo had that kind of first half in. Have you seen him that high before?
Mo's a problem. That's all I can say. He's a problem. He's a gnat on defense, and he's a problem on offense. And he gives people fits, and I'm just happy he's on our side. And he worked so hard this summer. And last year when he was pretty much not playing, is to see him have an output like this. It's like one of those things where I feel like I'm a part of it because he worked so hard. Just seeing him do what he did this past summer, and he's got so many skills. I don't think we can put him in a box of what he's capable of doing.
You guys obviously have fed off of guys who can go off like that in the past, go back to Nick or whatever. Is there something a little bit different kind of when he gets going? It seems like there's kind of a different energy in the entire group when he's rolling.
Because he's not a guy that, he got a little chippiness to him. He's not afraid to let you hear about it. And I think that's a guy that, me personally, that's just how I grew up playing. And, seeing another guy with that fire just makes you, get relaxed and follow suit. So, I think he adds a different dynamic because we got so many guys that can go off, Zach, myself, and Duncan, of course. But when he gets it going, it's so electric because he gets everybody involved. He's always talking, regardless how he's playing. So, one thing I can say about him, he's consistent with his efforts. That's the question, man. When he gets it going, he gets electric.
One more question, guys. Skill set.
European. That's all I can say. It's so awkward, but it's very effective. And, y'all get a chance, please ask him why he thinks he's Kevin Durant. He said he thinks he's Kevin Durant, but it's letting he's so dynamic, man. He can put it on the floor, he can shoot it. He can play with his back to the basket. He got great touch. To me, he's one of the best players I played with. He's good. He can do that.
Derrick, you mentioned that with Mo, the best players that you've played with throughout your whole career, high school, college, everywhere.
Just in general, man. He got a lot to him, and I think I'm pretty skilled. But he got different levels, man. He's good. He's really good. Honestly, that's all I can say. He got a European flavor with some American type of grit. It's just it's hard to contain him.
NBA good?
Now y'all not gonna give me anything. You're not gonna give me anything. But I think he has a future. Of course, he has a future in the NBA. He's gonna be bad. That's just not gonna give me to say that.
Is it a little?
Thanks. We're gonna get Derrick out.
Appreciate you guys.